welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It, where I go around the world and the internet scouring for materials that will make your life as an artist better or just that much more enjoyable. Now, as I move forward with these Is It Worth It, I have realized that there is a lot of markers. There are a lot of markers everywhere. Every store I go to, they've got more and more markers. And so I've realized that I've been doing a lot of marker reviews, and I'm okay with that because I love markers. So I hope that you guys are still enjoying all these markers as we move forward, because in today's episode we are looking at, bam, some more markers. So we are actually looking at ink dual-ended art markers. Now these are from Five Below. Okay, so these markers cost me $5. Okay, and I can already tell that these are going to be interesting because there's 10 of them, and I'm interested, right? I'm really interested in trying these out, because if you can get 10 markers for $5 and they're halfway decent, these are going to be worth it. All right, let's go check it out. All right, so these are very pretty looking markers, or maybe it's just the packaging. Very bright, very nice, right? Very cool for Five Below, where you can just jump in and be like, ooh, those are pretty, let me grab those for my kids. So these are nice. Very minimal explanation on the back, right? Dual-ended, chisel tip, fine tip, non-toxic. It's water-based, and so you know how we we have issues with water-based, but you know, heck, let's try them out. And it seems as though it is from the US, right? The company's in the US, even though it's made in China. Made in the US, from Atlanta, Georgia. So let's go ahead and try these. Okay, so you definitely get your own thing. Gotta get your own pack, so that's cool. All right. So they feel plastic, right? They definitely feel plastic. So that's something, but it is a square design, so I stand corrected. It looks like it's just gonna roll all the way. So that's odd, right? So it's an actual square, but it just keeps rolling. So that is kind of weird. Like, I don't like that at all, but that's interesting. And because it's square, it doesn't actually feel good in your hand. It's kind of odd, right? But the brush looks fine, right? The bullet point looks fine. The chisel looks fine. The colors look a lot more vibrant than what they would suggest on the cap. And seeing this one's darker, right? But I don't know. These seem interesting, right? They look interesting as far as the colors go, and it seems as though the chisel and the bullet point nibs are pretty cool, and of course, right, they do have a nice snap, right? So that's good. Let's see if it connects to the back. Nope. I don't know why that's not a design for markers, right? So that they can just stick onto the back. Oh, that one did. Or not. No. No. Okay, so the markers, the caps do not stick to the back. But all right, let's see what we got here. All right. So over here, we'll go with this blue. All right, let's start with this blue. Well, it comes down nice. Oh, gotta admit, that comes down really nice. And that's, I gotta admit, it comes down very, very nice. It does pool at the tops though when you put it down, but I gotta admit, that's really nice. Surprisingly. All right, so let's. Coat's really nice. it didn't pull up my paper, and I went over it a couple times. All right, so that's really good as far as what's happening here. I mean, because it's water based. Kind of confused now because water based has always ate up my paper. But look at that. Nothing. No water tear up. Coat's really nice. All right, let's try this one. It's a little darker than anticipated, but I mean, it's got a nice. So the chisel is leaving a little bit of room to be desired, but I think it's once it's warmed up because it seems to be working pretty nice now. All right, you get these nice little lines that you can get. You can go from thick to thin with just the chisel. It's it's got the different sizes to it. But the thing that's really blowing me right now, the thing that's blowing my mind right now is that because it is a water-based marker and that it's not tearing up my paper. That's what's crazy, right? Water-based. Water-based. See? Water-based. But for some reason, it is not tearing up that paper. That's fantastic. So let's try this yellow. Okay. Well, the yellow is a lot less vibrant. It's a lot less color than anticipated, right? It's not as vibrant as the other colors, but the fact that just comes down like that is just fantastic. Look at that. That is crazy. That as a water-based marker, like, I just don't understand how that is happening right now. Just based off of all the previous water-based markers that we've had that just did not work, right? But I mean, they're still holding up. Look at that. All right, they're still holding up their color. Oh, it's not bad. Let's try this orange. Ooh, orange is real nice. But I mean, the coverage on this is just crazy. All right, comes out nice. Comes out like an alcohol-based marker. But it is not. It's advertised as a water-based marker. These are awesome. Oh, and see, all except for that yellow is coming out very vibrant, very strong colors. Right? When you overlap it, it doesn't go crazy. Like, I'm actually mind blown by these markers as far as them being a water-based marker. These are great. Look at that. Right? They coat well, they go well. The ink flows from them really nicely. Like, that's just great. All right, I'm gonna try just this yellow to orange real quick and just see how they blend. If they blend, because there's not a lot of markers here, so that's the bigger issue, right? Like, if we'll have to research and see if we can find ink markers with more than just 5 or with 10, because if you can actually get a nice variety going on, then these would be great. Like, but I don't seem to. I mean, granted, this is a huge jump, right, from yellow to orange. Yeah, they're not necessarily blending. Mostly because it's a huge jump. Right, but you can, I mean, they blend in a little bit, right? You go over it, you can get a, well, actually, you know, I think that if you actually came in with the right colors, you could actually get a real nice blend going on here. Right, I'm just trying to rub it to make it go a little faster. But, yeah, I mean, you could, if you had the right jumps, right? If you had not just yellow to orange, but if you had something in between, I think you could get a very nice transition. Here, let's try these greens real quick. Once again, they're a huge jump, so you can't necessarily be like, oh, you know, this should work. But the main thing is that, let's see what happens. Oh man, if you blow over them, they go it dries really fast. But let's try and see if we can't blend these out a little bit. I mean, it's not the best. Not the best, but I mean, look at that. That's not, I mean, for two colors that are not really meant to be together, right? That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, so pen test, right? Got to do the pen test real quick. All right, so micron, straight line, just going straight across. Copic, and in this case, in this case, I don't think yellow is actually the brightest color. We're gonna try this pink here. The identity pen, which is the one that's had the most issue. Oh wait, no, this is Shinhan. And this one's Faber-Castell. Okay, so we'll do the yellow anyway, just because. And then we're gonna also do this very bright pink and see what happens there. Right, and we're just coating it on there. Just coating it on. All right, let's see. And to be honest, once again, the only one that's really being affected is the identity pen. It's starting to kind of fade out just a little bit. The Copic is a little bit broken up, a little bit. Just a little bit, you know, not much that you would see too drastically. The one that's really holding up is Shinhan and Faber-Castell and the Micron. The Micron is holding up absolutely fantastic with these markers. So there's that. So that's actually really good. Man, we just got done reviewing these markers, ink markers. So it's just ink, dual-ended, water-based markers that I got from Five Below. And these things are fantastic. I mean, they go down really nice. It doesn't tear up your paper like a regular water-based marker. I don't understand. Like all the water-based markers that we used before tore up the paper. This one I coated over and over and over again, and nothing. It laid down like a mark, like a alcohol marker, but it's advertised as a water-based marker. Absolutely fantastic. And the fact that you can get 10 for $5, that's crazy, right? So these are really, really fun. They're really good. The colors are vibrant. And I'm looking back to check, and you know, that orange and green, they're actually blending. I mean, it's actually coming together just a little bit better as it dries. And just think about if you had the actual gamut of markers, right? So you can actually place them in between. These would be fantastic. So we're gonna have to see if we can find more of these and see if they all hold up. But as of right now, the ink dual-tipped markers that I picked up at Five Below are absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Go pick some up for Christmas. These are fantastic markers. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Is It Worth It? I release Is It Worth It every single week, and I review all kinds of products. And if you have a product that you'd be interested in me doing a review of, please drop me a comment and I will make sure to get it on the list. If you are new to the channel, please give me a subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you are notified when I actually update this channel. I put 3 videos up every single week, so please subscribe and follow this channel. And if you did glean any type of information from this, please like and share with your friends so that we can grow this channel and do even more. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you at the next video.